hope to get out of a press release?
Just, brand recognition, publication, backlink if we're lucky.
Okay. So just to be clear, all links from press releases should be no follow if they comply with Google. So the backlinks, if they exist, they shouldn't count. If they count, they are violating Google's guidelines. So we shouldn't think of press releases directly as a link building tactic.
Yeah, I remember that from before, but I forgot about that.
Yeah. So, but what it can do is potentially generate backlinks as people pick up the press release and write about it organically.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So if you have a press release and it goes into a syndication service, those links should be no follow. But if someone reads it, the syndication service says, "This is awesome, I'm going to write about it," and adds a link, that link can count.
Sure.
But to do that, the news in the press release clearly has to be important and engaging enough that someone would want to write about it.
Right.
Which, in my experience, is the hardest part of press release services. Like, I've had clients who issued a press release for everything. CEO just got back from the bathroom. It was a successful trip. Press release. Okay, no one wants to write about that, right? So-and-so was hired. Great. Like, no one knows who so-and-so is, so who do we care? So press releases done right give enough information that people who might be interested in it can write about it, or at least get to know who to talk to learn more about it. So just putting out a press release in general is going to be a disappointing result. Even more disappointing if you pay for submission. Because unless there's something really newsworthy about it, it's not going to be really interesting. I've tested this again because I kind of go back and forth, and I tested again with a client who got exclusive rights to service a particular company's product out of Europe, and they are the exclusive company in the United States who can service this product. So we issued this press release. I not only syndicated it, I sent it directly to industry periodicals. I pitched people directly with it, and they all said, that's what they said. I thought it was good news. And the client was excited about it. The client in Europe was excited about it, but nobody else cared.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a good win.
Yeah.
That was something I thought was relevant, but it didn't get picked up. So even if you find something, doesn't mean anyone else is going to be interested in it. I have seen it done really well, but the only time I've seen it done really well was literally something so earth-shattering that on my drive home from work that day, NPR picked it up, in ESPN, in the New York Times, in HuffPost, and everybody picked it up, and they all heard about it. But that's how earth-shattering the news was.
Yeah.
And they got a ton of links that were organic as people wrote about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it had to be that big to do it.
Yeah.
So, so the best use of a press release is always manual submission over general syndication. So if you have a press release that is written, the press release should be a teaser, right? It should not be giving away the farm. It should be getting people excited to learn more. And then sending it manually to local news establishments, industry news establishments, saying, hey, I'm working with this company, just want you to know this. I'm happy to answer more questions if you have them, and or I can put you in touch with someone to interview if that'll help you. That's always been more successful. That's also a challenge because you have to do a lot of manual work. So there are free press release submission sites. I think you're going to get what you pay for from them. So if you got a press release and you want to throw it up, put it on a free, and you might get what you paid for, right? But I've just, as a general rule, I've just been very, very disappointed with how it could work, and I've only seen it work once when it was really newsworthy, like, or it was the news. I can't talk about it, but the news was really, you probably all heard the story, and it was very satisfying to drive home and be like, I told HR about that. But yeah, that's the disappointing news about press releases.
Gotcha. Yeah, makes sense. With
The only thing I'd add to that is that sometimes clients who love press releases also love to stroke their own ego and love to double publish it, syndicate it, and put it on their website. So that is just duplicate content. So if you want to syndicate it, don't put it on your site. If you want to put it on your site, rewrite it. So yeah, but be careful about paying people for it unless you really, in this case, it was a news story that had to get out, and the most efficient way to do it was use a press release. And in a way, people were kind of expecting it, so that also helped. But
yeah.